Hi everyone, it's Ileana and I have a quick and easy card to share with you today. I'm going to be using this new product from Therm. It's called PIXIE Spray, and you just spray it on the back of your stencils. And it doesn't feel like there's any adhesive on the back, but it really does stick to your paper. I did start off with a large piece of paper, and that's just because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And I have adhered the stencil with my creative corner. I just used that piece to butt up the edge of my stencil. The turnabout stencils are made so that you could rotate the stencil and you get a really cool design. I'm starting off with my Altenew Sweet Dreams collection, and I'm using Dewdrops as my first color. I am using my life-changing brushes from Picket fences, and I really do like these brushes for stenciling because the little bristles are able to get all the way to the edge of the stencil. I'm switching over to the next shade, and this is AQUALICIOUS. I also like using the Altenew colors when I'm doing a monochromatic design. It's just easy, no thought on what matches. So once again, I'm rotating my stencil, and I'm using my L-shaped ruler from my creative corners to butt up this stencil. That way I get a perfect line up of the stencil each time. And in between colors, before I switch over, I use a microfiber towel to clean off the stencil so I don't get the ink all over my fingers. So you can see right here, I'm just using the L-shaped ruler to create a corner so that I can get the stencil right up against the edge. And I didn't have to reapply the PIXIE spray or anything like that. It stayed on there, and I ended up making like a dozen of these cards, and I didn't have to spray it another time. So it was just one spray application, and it washes off really easily. So you could see that I used my A2 card template to figure out what part of the design I wanted to trim out. And I did use my Lawn Fawn stitched rectangles to die cut it. I'm using the Altenew Mega Greetings to do my sentiment, and I'm just stamping out the word birthday. I went ahead and I heat embossed it, and now I'm going to use my creative corners to trim out the word birthday. So I'm just lining it up against the word, and I'm using one of the 16th inch lines so that I can get a nice tight sentiment, and I'm just turning it over, and then I'm doing the same thing on the other side. And I want the edges to be all even, and so I'm still using that same line to cut both sides of the narrow strip. I did use the Altenew Mega Greetings Happy, the die, and I did cut several of these and stack them up, and now I'm just going to be placing it on my card. And because it's kind of like a scripty, it doesn't really have to be perfect, and so I'm just placing it where I feel like it looks the best. And now I'm going to add that little strip to my card front. I will zoom out in just a little bit as soon as I figure out that I am still zoomed in. I am placing the card base in the corner of the MISTI, and I'm using my L-shaped ruler up against the edge so that I know that the birthday is completely straight. And I am going to be adding some adhesive to the strip just where it overlaps the word happy. It'll stick to that. So here you can see I have the L-shaped ruler. In the mini MISTI, it does overlap a little bit, but you could still use it in there. And then I'll go ahead and I will spray it with a little bit of shimmer. And that is all. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Have a great day.